Wendy Williams, and we're going to discuss a debacle at a nursing home where there were some arrests for elderly abuse. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $BeganG129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are welcome during the live stream. Let's hear this craziness that Wendy Williams down in Florida pertaining to her scooter. Oh, Lord have mercy. What a mess.
In the middle of the street like this. Just get the car, please. Make sure it's the right car.
Wendy, what happened? What they do?
They got the wrong car. So I knocked on the door, and it was totally wrong car. They left my scooter as they walked over there. Leaving my most precious, this cost me.
Wow.
They just left my out there. Get the car not over there. So I can go easily into the street for the car. You're supposed to be ordering the car. That's what you're supposed to be doing. They want to work for me, that's what they're doing. They're making money for me, get the car.
Okay, so there's a debacle with the car.
Both of you walked away leaving my in the middle of the street like this. Just get the car, please. Make sure it's the right car.
So she came out of the restaurant and wanted to walk out of the restaurant, but they wanted to go get, I guess, the car, the scooter, which is whatever. And there's a debacle about it being left behind in the street. I don't really know what the hell is going on. I find it interesting as the person who filmed this. You just so happen to be outside of this restaurant where Wendy Williams was. I think that's interesting. You were just walking around Miami, Florida, and you just happened to bump into Wendy Williams on the street. I'm just saying. Is the facility located? New Jersey, New York, upstate, East Coast, Florida. She attended the son's graduation a week ago. He got a degree in economics. They have her pictures of her, in the scooter, I guess then as well. And then this debacle here. So who is her caretaker? How many caretakers does she have? How long is she allowed to be outside of the facility visiting? Because now we're seeing her at the graduation a week ago and now out and about. This was, I believe, after the graduation or so. So what is really going on? Will any of the relatives be able to get care, become her overseer legally? Hello, Skylar. Thank you for joining me. Will she be able to go? She's able to be in the care of someone. They will release her funds from the bank and everything. I don't know what's going on with Wendy Williams. It's just sad to see her out arguing and bickering. But this just goes to show you, allegedly she's sober, under the influence of alcohol, drugs. She's still the same Wendy Williams, ranting and raving and raising hell and fussing and cussing, which, you saw that in the documentary, although some people felt like she was exploited by A&E networks because at some point they realized a few minutes into interviewing her that she was not well, she was not at her best self, but yet they continued to film anyway. Allegedly, she only got paid $82,000 for that A&E, and her overseer, Ms. Morsay, is saying that they want monies from that documentary because they feel like she was extorted and she was not paid a decent pay for filming, and they've made millions of dollars allegedly. So once again, how do you all feel about the documentary? Do you feel like she was exploited? What do you have to say about this incident here where she's outside the restaurant trying to get to her car? Allegedly, they don't know which car she belongs to, which that's even more crazy because when you realize a person is done eating, dining, or wherever they are, a car should already be on standby for you to exit your building, restaurant, wherever you are, and then the driver pulls up and you get inside of the vehicle. So now we have to ask once again, how many people were with her? Who are these people? Are they licensed professionals, nurses, CNAs, LPNs? Who are they? What is their status medically? Do they come from the facility, or are they hired help that she's hired, or Ms. Morsay has hired them? And I think what's interesting is that you've got wandering around out of sight in the care of these people, if you're the overseer, then you're not overseeing anything. Just like you didn't oversee her when she was living in New York and doing the documentary. Allegedly, you heard about it. Then you had a problem with it once it aired and you didn't like how she looked in the documentary. But that's the whole point. People complained about, hey, well, you were over her. You should have been watching her. But that's the whole point. You're not going to babysit her. You're just over finances and things like that, her monies. But you're not literally babysitting her and watching her and making sure she takes a bath and she's using the bathroom properly. She's going to the doctors. You're not doing that. You all leave that up to somebody else. And that's where lack of care comes in. So really, it's just one hand changing the other, complaining about who's not doing what they need to do for Wendy Williams. But yet, these documentary people were able to come in and film her. You could see that she still was on the sauce, wanting to drink, so on and so forth. So how was she in a better situation then? That's the whole reason why you put her in a facility, because you saw how bad she looked. And you had to know how she looked anyway, before the world saw her in that documentary, Miss Morrissey. So you all hid her away because the world finally got to see how she had been living. Money being removed from her account from whomever. She's walking around drinking, ranting, raving, looking frail, sick, not eating properly, all on your watch. So let's hide her, put her away, get her some help. That's what you should have been doing in the first place when you decided to overtake her bank accounts and become her payee. Whoever assigned you as the payee, you should have put Wendy Williams into a facility immediately when you were appointed her guardian. You all wanted to hide her away once the documentary got out and everybody got to see how she looked. Looking foolish and frail and sick. Some will say this is her karma because the way she carried herself on a TV show. You're entitled to your opinion. But it's water under the bridge at this point. She still has sass in her. That's obvious. And as I said, allegedly she's not under the influence of alcohol, booze, drinks. Don't know if they serve her alcohol in the restaurant, so you need to ask that question as well. Was she served alcohol at the restaurant? Because many people are going to ask that now. Let's hear this one more time.
Wendy, what happened? What they do?
They got the wrong car. So I knocked on the door and it was totally wrong car. They left my scooter as they walked over there, leaving my most precious, this cost a me.
Wow.
They just left my out there. Get the car not over there. So I can go easily into the street.
And look at the sun.
For the car. You're supposed to be ordering the car. That's what you're supposed to be doing. They want to work for me, that's what they're doing. So they're making money for me, get the car.
Hey, Dr. Frazier.
Get the GD car. Well, Lord have mercy. So how long would she be staying down in Florida? Who is her caretaker? Is she getting adequate care? Will a family member be able to oversee her physically? Those are the questions. Welcome to the Vault Excel. Live, subject number 2 is coming from Virginia. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mary. How are you? Happy holidays, everybody. More crazy, cray stuff. Jesus wept. Beautiful day here in Tennessee. Oh, Lord, it's gorgeous. I might step out for a little while. I'm looking cute today, so I might step out. Please check out my content. Those are my gifts to myself for Christmas. Thank you all for the kind donations and gifts. Thank you so much. I have them on today. I'll show them here in a minute when I show myself. Check out The Queen in Mount Magic Christmas. This movie came out 2 years ago. It was filmed at Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. The Queen has 2 scenes in the movie, the beginning of the movie. Please check it out. Thank you, Miss Dolly Parton, for that experience. Once again, did you buy what you needed for Christmas? 63% yes, 37% no. Check out my content on evictions. A woman and her mom live next door to each other in tiny houses. Check out that content. Going through my page. Try to find that story. Movie of the week, Damaged Samuel Jackson. Also have the Grim, I can't even think what I'm trying to say. Grim Sleeper, free on Tubi. And there's also a scary movie I wanted to upload to you all for today. For my horror fans. It's a Christmas thriller. Okay, this is one of the videos. Police swarm 4 days ago. I want to see. I had 2 of those videos. I wanted to show you the queen looking cute. Hold on, everybody. Once again, prayers for Miss Mary in the chat. A little nasty incident. I want to make sure I got it because there's 2 updates. There's an update to that. We're at the nursing home. There's been some shootings. Arizona airport, I believe 3 people were shot. Very ridiculous information. Hold on, everybody. I just want to make sure I got that article because there's 2 of them. Update. I want to make sure I bring all of them to you. Hey, Sky, how you doing? Pin 10, hey. I'm going to go back up here because I'm going back too far. I'll just bring the latest update. Feel free to go in the queue and check out original story. Damn queen, look at her. Lord, honey. I need a trainer right now. Ooh, Jesus, help me. Let's see what's happening with this story here. Really wicked. Commercials. Or somebody's burning something. Ooh, I see the trout mouths, they're up. These people talk all day long. I've never seen people never go anywhere.
Colonial Heights police and officials with multiple state agencies descended upon the Colonial Heights Rehabilitation and Nursing Center Wednesday morning.
Oh, good.
Every employee driving into work stopped by a police officer, their driver's license checked to see if their picture and name were on the list facing charges.
We have secured warrants on 18 individuals who are staff members at Colonial Heights Rehabilitation and Nursing Center.
Wow.
The charges come after a patient here, a 74-year-old woman, ended up at a local hospital.
Unfortunately, this female patient did not receive adequate care at the facility, had to be transported to a hospital, and she did not recover from that as a result of the treatment that she received at the nursing facility.
In early October, Adult Protective Services contacted Colonial Heights Police about a possible elder abuse case. Multiple local and state agencies began investigating. Multiple local and state agencies began about a possible elder abuse case. Multiple local and state agencies early October, Adult Protective Services contacted Colonial Heights Police about a possible elder abuse case.
Well, this story came out, I thought, a week or so ago. So why are you all just now arresting them if this was early October? You're talking about 2 months. 2.5 months. Why arrest them now? What took so long?
Case. Multiple local and state agencies began investigating the facility, including the state attorney general's elder abuse task force, who were on hand Wednesday morning as arrests were being made.
Ranging from nursing staff all the way to the director of the facility.
Both felony and misdemeanor charges include abuse of adults who are in a vulnerable situation, falsifying patient records, and abuse of adults who are in a vulnerable situation, and misdemeanor charges
Oh,
include
this show's so fast.
Staff all the way to the director of the facility.
Shawanda.
felony and misdemeanor charges include abuse of adults who are in a vulnerable situation, falsifying patient records, and obstruction of justice. CBS 6 cameras also capture bags of evidence being taken from the facility Wednesday morning.
During the investigation, our investigators, as well as investigators with the Elder Abuse Task Force, have secured and served multiple search warrants on the facility in order to obtain medical records and other records associated with this crime.
In a statement to CBS 6, Delegate Mike Cherry says the Virginia Department of Health has staff on the ground to ensure that all residents are receiving proper care and will remain involved to ensure that the proper individuals are placed in leadership positions moving forward. This afternoon, the facility released this statement to CBS 6. We are aware of the events that happened today and are cooperating fully with law enforcement. Colonial Heights Police tell me they are still working to make all 18 arrests. So far, they have 7 people in custody. Police are also asking for the public's help. They say if you have family or friends in this community that are aware of any similar situation at this facility, they're asking that you give them a call. Coming up all new at 6 o'clock, some people are facing multiple charges. In Colonial Heights, Wayne Koval, CBS 6 News.
Well, when I last checked this story out, 2 people were without bond. I'll have to go into Google search and get the accurate update. 1 second. What a mess. Okay. So ridiculous.
The 12 employees are all out on unsecured bonds, each charged with falsifying patient records. Monday's time in court was to determine if each defendant wanted to hire their own attorney or have the court appoint them one. All 12 told District Court Judge Curtis Hairston they will hire their own attorney. After that, at the request of the Colonial Heights Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, the judge set 3 new stipulations for the defendants to remain out on bond.
Pact between the co-defendants, all 18 of them. They are not to step foot on the facility, Colonial Heights Rehabilitation Center. They are not to provide any medical care in any
Wednesday, but in court, Deputy Commonwealth's Attorney Noel Nachasaki explained to Judge how the police investigation came about. A 74-year-old woman, a patient at the facility, had to be transferred to a local hospital in October. It was there, Nachasaki said, medical staff found deep bed sores, wounds so bad they ate away at her skin, and the patient had not been bathed regularly. Prosecutors blaming simply negligent care from the facility staff. Adding after the arrest, the office learned some employees who had been arrested continued to work. The judge granted the modified terms requested.
I do know that some of them were working at other facilities as well, so that kind of covers the whole gambit of it.
Since their arrest last Wednesday, 2 employees remain behind bars without bond. As the investigation by Colonial Heights Police continues, both police and the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office say they would like to hear from others who have had dealings with the facility.
Absolutely. I think that it's important for those who have had experiences at this facility to come forward. We are directing them to speak to Detective Morgan Davis with the Colonial Heights Police Department, provide their information to her, and she will then investigate it and see what we can do.
This afternoon, CBS 6 confirmed that while the Commonwealth has not stopped new admissions into the facility, we've learned the facility voluntarily has stopped accepting any new admissions into the nursing home. In Colonial Heights, Wayne Koval, CBS 6 News.
Well, thank you for not taking anybody in. So 12 people, supposed to be a total of 18. 12 got on bond, told the judge they're going to hire their own attorneys. How are you going to hire your own attorneys and you ain't got no damn job? Help the queen understand. Wow, 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 wow. Colonial Heights. 2 don't have a bond. So those must be the ones with the most, what I'm trying to say, official titles, such as facilitator, orchestrator, head nurse, something like that. Let's read this 2 days ago. WRIC ABC News is the source of this information pertaining to the bond. Bonds modified for suspects in Colonial Heights nursing home abuse. We just read that information, but we'll recap. Former employees accused in an elder abuse and neglect case involving Colonial Heights nursing home had their bond conditions modified on Monday, Wednesday the 18th. The CH Police Department arrested several employees at the Colonial Heights Rehabilitation Nursing Center in connection to allegations of elder abuse, neglect, reported by the Virginia Department of Adult Protective Services October 5th. The patient who filed a complaint reportedly died October 29th. So 24 days later, she passed away. My condolences to the family. So now we're talking about murder. Checkmate. That's probably why 2 do not have a bond. I also find it very interesting that anyone was arrested. A total of 18 employees were named as involved by the police. Of those who have since been arrested, 4 people, Shakima Brewer of Richmond, Danielle Harris of Disputanta, Shawanda Jeter of Richmond, and Kamisha Cottrell were charged with felony abuse and neglect resulting in death. So now people are going to ask, why were those 4 getting the worst of the charges? Were they the ones that were directly responsible for the woman's care on a daily basis? On Monday, December 23rd, 12 defendants, all of whom were charged with misdemeanor falsifying patient records, appeared in Colonial Heights General District Court for arraignment hearings. According to the Colonial Heights Commonwealth Attorney's Office, prosecutors filed a motion to modify the bond conditions set by the magistrate for each General District Court. Judge approved the motion. Bond modification prohibits all defendants from having any contact with one another. Wow, okay. It also bans them from premises of the Colonial Heights Rehabilitation and Nursing Center located at 831 East Ellerslie Avenue. The defendants are also not allowed to provide medical care to the public in any capacity while the case is pending. 12 defendants who appeared in court on Monday are scheduled for adjudicatory hearing in General District Court March 26th. Well, that's a nice little ways. Okay, it's 3 months. So they've got time to go somewhere else and pretend to be a nurse, nursing assistant, LPN, whatever their titles are. Wow, 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 wow. What a mess. Colonial Heights, Virginia, if you're curious to where this abuse took place. So now you have to ask the other obvious question. We have one dead lady now. What about the care of the other people? Nursing home says they're not going to bring any new people in. Okay, well, what about the ones who are already there? Because if you have neglect of an elderly woman, don't know her race, I would have to assume you also have lack of care for the other patients. So will there be people removing their family members from this place, or have they already started removing their family members from this Colonial Heights nursing home? Number 1. Will this facility close? Will there be lawsuits? I say yes. Somebody's going to sue on behalf of the 74-year-old woman, and I won't doubt that other people will probably bring forward lawsuits as well for negligent care. Especially if they were visiting their relatives and the relatives weren't talking, weren't responding. They noticed difference in their appearance, their hygiene. They don't care nothing for you. I can say that pertaining to my father. He was in a nursing home before he passed away, And when I went to the hospital, to the nursing home, to visit him, because they had told me he was in really bad shape, and he was very frail, very thin. And I noticed when we got to the hospital, because he had took ill when I first got there, he took ill immediately as soon as I got there. They rushed him to the hospital because they said he fell out of his bed. So that was an issue. So that means you didn't have him in the hospital bed properly for him to fall out. Just so happy he falls out of the bed when Angela gets there. It's just so crazy. And then I noticed when he was in the hospital, he was lying on a pillow. And I think I was trying to make him comfortable because he kept saying, can you prop me up or, prop up my neck? And so as I'm messing with the pillow, I realized how dirty the back of his pillow and sheet was. And I kept saying, where are these stains coming from? So I told him, hey, let me pull you forward so I can see what's going on with your neck and your back. Because I didn't know if he was bleeding or had an open wound. I didn't know what was going on. He was dirty. He was dirty. That's the point. He was dirty. Colonial Heights nursing home. He was dirty. What a sad situation. This is the place. In general, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. That's the issue. Anywhere. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And we've heard so many horrible stories of nursing homes / rehab facilities. You got to spend some money to get adequate care. And that's what we're dealing with right now here in America. Adequate care. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Vault Excel. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. It pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? It pissed me off that my father was in the shape that he was in. You know what I'm saying? The fact that these people didn't know this man was dying, I found that baffling. Nursing home, you don't know that he's dying. Hospital, you don't know that he's dying. How is it that you don't know this man is dying? This is crazy to me. Very bizarre to me. Nobody knows that a person is dying. He's frail. You know what I'm saying? He's dirty. He's dirty. Between his toes, he had fluid leaking from his feet because he had a heart condition. And so his feet were swelling, legs, things like that. Couldn't take any type of fluid intake because of his heart condition. He had heart failure is what he had. And naturally, your heart affects your other organs, such as your kidneys. He ended up going into kidney failure, which they put him on dialysis shortly before death. But his toes were muck, dried blood between his toes, from where fluid just kept oozing out, scabbing, all the type of stuff. It was disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. That's the world we live in, okay? Where nobody gives a you-know-what about your loved one. They get that money and they are content with getting the money and that's it. He was a sad individual in that state. And both of my parents ended up in similar situations before death. He could recognize us, but he really couldn't talk much because his voice was leaving because he was dying. We didn't know he was dying. His wife, I don't know how she didn't know, but that's a whole nother subject. But anyway, he was dying, and his lack of care at that nursing home was horrible. And I told him, I said, well, he needs to get out and get some fresh air. You know, I don't care if it's cloudy outside, dress him warm, put a coat, shoes, socks, take him outside. So the one day when I was there at the nursing home, you know, this is before he ended up going into the hospital. We tried to get him ready to go outside, and then that didn't work out. He was like, nah, I don't want to go outside. Because he didn't have any strength. Because he was dying. Well, that's what he had, congested heart failure. That is what my dad had. So I've seen it with my own eyes. So I don't have to, you know, put on and pretend and, you know, make up something for content. I've seen elderly abuse directly from a nursing home facility. Naturally, he was on the heart floor at the hospital. It's where they treat you, you know, I guess, for heart problems. So somebody obviously knew he had a heart problem. But yet what I found interesting is you're not saying to the family, because I was there every day. I don't know why I didn't hear, oh, by the way, he's dying. Just one day I walk in and they say, oh, we're getting ready to take him to hospice. So I think we already know what that meant. That's that. He wasn't even hospice, not even 2 days. I think that was a Tuesday. He went to hospice. He was deceased Thursday morning. Yeah. I'm stunned that these people were arrested. I will say that. Because you hear of all types of abuse with people, you know. Naturally, they can prove abuse, such as, you know, you're taking care of a person at your home, your brother, sister, whomever. They end up in the same shape as this lady. Yes, you can be arrested for elderly abuse, as you should be. Because if you can no longer take care of the person, you have chosen not to take care of the person, you don't have the rights to be taking care of them. So the rule applies to anyone, whether you're elderly, disabled, mentally disabled, a cat, a dog, whatever. You don't have the right to care for someone. You don't have the right to care for animals either. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining me. It's just a sad situation. And like I said, I'm stunned that they've arrested so many people. I'm fine. How are you? They've arrested so many people. 18 people? That's a lot. I don't think I've ever heard of 18 people being arrested for elderly abuse in a nursing home or a rehab facility. I haven't. This is something very new, okay? Very, very new. What's going to happen with these people? How are they going to plead in court? Not guilty? Falsifying records? That means whatever you're supposed to be doing for her or whomever, you've lied about it. And they can show, because her death is going to be proof in the pudding, her wounds, heart rate, all of that. It's going to show you she wasn't getting adequate care. So she probably wasn't getting her blood pressure checked. God forbid they weren't giving her meds. We know they weren't turning her. They weren't bathing her. She was just sloughing off into a bed. And somebody took note and somebody decided that this is not going to go on. We're going to arrest the people who were over her care, who took care of her allegedly, supposed to. We're going to arrest you, charge you. And I don't think Virginia is a place where you want to catch a charge. I've always heard all this crazy stuff about the Commonwealth, so on and so forth. I can tell you, there's certain places you just don't want to get in trouble. But then the flip side is you'll hear other crazy crimes in these places. and the people get a slap on the wrist, such as Texas, Florida, Georgia, California, Kentucky, the Commonwealth, Virginia. It is what it is. Prayers for you, honey. Sorry for your loss. I don't know what to say. I think it's interesting that they said they're going to hire their own attorney. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, you don't have a job. So how are you going to hire your own attorney? You don't you don't have a job. And another thing that was weird, when the district attorney said, oh, they were working at other facilities. And I'm thinking, and what facilities might those be? Owned by the same company? Why would they be working at another facility? The fact you couldn't find some of them. Well, don't they have a job? Don't they have a place? Well, they had a job. That means they had to give an address where they live. They had to get to work some type of way. So did they drive? Did they ride the bus, the train? See, that makes no sense. Still working at other places. Where? Still being allowed to work. How are you still being able to work? And these government people will come in here with a warrant. What'd you do? You said, hey, well, I'm going to send you over here to this facility over here. No, they have to own other places because that doesn't make any sense. Or you're saying they still were working at the place when the police came in with the warrants. I don't understand what you're saying. It's very disturbing. Hello, everybody in the chat. Happy holidays. Hope you all are well. It's two-part live. Wendy Williams, she had a debacle about her wheelchair. Whoever's taking care of her left it in the street. She was upset, highly pissed off. Feel free to go back to the beginning of the live stream to get that set information. And then this debacle here in Virginia of a nursing home that had 18 warrants for staff members. 2 have not made bond. 12 have been released and have decided to retain counsel for representation. That's my commentary. What a mess. Did everyone have a good Christmas? I didn't want to bring you anything depressing the night before Christmas. I kind of ran it a little bit, but that's quaint. But anyway, we had a good time Christmas Eve, just chopping it up. I showed you some videos of evictions here in America. This guy has a YouTube channel, and it was a reaction video where I showed you the content, and you give me your feedback pertaining to the eviction. And this family, it was a white couple. They lived in a very nice home, very nice area outside of, let's consider it Memphis, Collierville or somewhere in there. And it's just it was a weird eviction to see all that stuff getting toted out. They put all your stuff out to the street, it's very interesting, the lawn rather. And Mary messaged me this morning, and she was like, I'm upset I can't go to sleep. I finished that video that you sent me. Mary had me screaming this morning. That's my new talk buddy, Miss Mary. She's in the chat. Mary had me going this morning. So I ain't been getting no sleep talking to Mary late, texting Mary. But anyway, Mary's like, that video had me going. That lady pissed me off the way she was trying to play the victim. So you never know what to believe with people when they're getting evicted. You don't know if they didn't get the letter from the court, blah, blah, blah. You never know. Or they're lying. They did get the notifications, and they decided to just stay in the house and wait for the process server to come and serve them the paperwork and set their ass out that same day. You're entitled to believe what you want. It is what it is. All I can say is, if you know you're being evicted, even if you think you can try to fight it in court, I still will be making provisions to find somewhere else to live, get rid of things, pack up some things, but I definitely wouldn't be sitting there the day that I'm supposed to be set out. There's a difference between a court date and a set out date. You go to court to resolve the issue if you can. The set out date is what you get from court. Whether you show up or not, the judge will render a day for the process server to come to your location where you live and open the door and set your stuff out. So only a fool would allow the process server to show up to set your stuff out. That's my personal opinion. As I said, everybody gets themselves in very awkward situations. You can get evicted for all type of things, non-renewal of a lease. It's all the same. You go to court. The day the judge gives you the rendering, you got 10 days, you got 14 days, you got 3 weeks, whatever, you need to get your ass out. And that's my opinion. You sit your tail in there and you wait for the process server to show up and then acting all crazy like, oh, I can't believe you're here. They want you out. It's just the way it is, the landlord. And there's no need in sitting around allowing somebody to sit your good stuff out. That's just crazy to me. You have to be an utter fool. And I think this couple didn't think that the landlord was going to put them out. That's what I think. I think they thought they were going to just keep wrangling with this elderly man. His son ended up stepping in to do the eviction. And I think they didn't think it was serious. They had been going without, paying rent for at least a year, 10 months. So come on. 10 months, you weren't paying rent. So you have to have known eventually these people were going to put you out this damn house. I don't know what type of scam these people were trying to run, but it didn't work. They set their stuff out. And we also heard in that live part 2 that the white guy, he's dead. He died. How this black man got information about what the hell went on down in Atlanta, him having an affair with some woman, he was in a motel, had a heart situation. I don't know if this happened before this set out or afterwards, because he really didn't explain that in his video, or I missed it while he was talking. But he said he got confirmation that the man did have heart problems and that he passed away. So I don't know where the wife is today, where she's living, if she's in Atlanta, Tennessee, but it was a hot butter mess. Hot butter mess. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Christmas is come and gone, as I said, just as quick as you're decorating, running around, trying to shop, singing Christmas carols. It's over with. Isn't that amazing? Now everybody's in the stores trying to find a deal. I don't have any extra money to go in the stores and buy anything. I didn't get my damn Keurig. I need a lot of things. I need a hair trim. I need a Keurig. Oh, this is the jury. Queen treated herself to for Christmas. You like that bad boy? That is lovely. And then I found a ring. I believe it was at Dillard's. I didn't get it. I think it was at Dillard's. And I thought, ooh, I need that ring in my life, but I was trying to budget. I might have to go back. But anyway, this is the bracelet. This came from Penny's. And the ring, I think, is at Dillard's. And then this is the ring from Dillard's. And this is the ring from Dillard's. Yeah, Queen. Queen goes all out. I don't play. Honey. Dress the part. Look the part. I keep trying to tell these young women that. It's like on Wednesdays when everybody goes out, they want to be in there with tennis shoes on and blue jeans and all that. My thing is, okay, I know it's through the week. It's a lax day, but I'm just the type of female. I like to put the little makeup on, the accessories. That's just me. That's just what I've been doing for years now. So that's all I know. I just don't like being casual on a night when I'm out. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So I like to do me. And I do my best to do me. They just be hating, don't they? They love hating on the Queen. The Queen ain't worried about you, honey. I got this. Get you, look, what we say in the street, get you some business. Get you some business now. So far, everything's good. Everything's good in the hood. I'm going to step out here shortly, run to the store. There are a few little things I need to get, like toiletries. I got to get me some oil sheen and face cream and some more holiday bubbly, and then that's it. I'm back in the chateau. Thank you, Glitters and Gold. Thank you. What is new on the block? I've been hearing some chitter chatter down in the comment section about something. This lady wrote this Wendy comment talking about that stuff down the highway, Hendersonville, something new. I don't know nothing about it, ain't heard. Really don't want to hear nothing. If it ain't telling me what a little boy is, I don't want to hear it. That's Queen. Because it's just regurgitation. Going around and around talking about the same thing over and over and over. And at some point, some of you all need to get it together too. You need to get it together. You content creators, you people chatting, commenting, everybody needs to get it together. Just stop. Stop feeding the madness, feeding the nonsense. Just stop it. I'm not getting ready to go. I told myself I'm not getting ready to go look for nothing. I'm not getting ready to go try to Google nothing, search nothing, because I don't want to hear it. Because every time you turn around, it's some BS. So I don't want to hear it. There's enough craziness going on. We had an incident in New York where the cab driver jumped the curb and hit some pedestrians. Don't know if it was delivered or not, or if the person was having a medical emergency. A plane landed, I believe, in Hawaii or from Hawaii, where someone was found dead in the wheel of the airplane. How the hell they got in there? I guess they crawled in there some type of way. So I find that strange. You don't know that somebody's crawling around the damn airport inside of the damn wheel of the airplane? Then I believe there was a plane crash Christmas Eve. Then we've got this shooting in Arizona. It's too much. Folks ain't got nothing to do. So are you all going to be shopping today? Are you out shopping now listening to this live stream? If you're out shopping, what are you looking for? Are you taking things back to the store, or are you trying to find some deals? I want another damn coffee maker. That's what I want. I got some other stuff I need. Little household stuff that's been on the list for months. But I don't really have anything particular because, like I said, I'm budgeting, so I can't really buy what I really want to buy, which is just some winter wear. I need some more winter wear, like, lightweight sweaters, things like that. Some more shoes. I need some more wellies for the weather when the weather gets icy. But really, I don't have any room. My closet can't fit nothing. So if I buy some, I don't know where it's going. It's going to be a tight fit. It's going to be a real tight fit. But anyway, I'm so glad to be here. It took me forever to get on live, so sorry for the one person that was waiting. I couldn't get it together, trying to get the articles and everything loaded up. My energy was getting zapped fooling with that. People really don't know what it's like trying to get ready for a live stream. A lot of people think you just jump on and just start talking in front of the computer or the cell phone. It's not like that for me. These other rats, they might navigate like that. They just jump on with sleep in their eye and all that. Queen, I do not rock like that. I do not go live half-baked. So it takes time, dialing up, doing this, doing that, getting the information. And I don't know, it drains me for some reason. So, that's why you don't see me in front of the camera a lot, because it's too time consuming for me. My time is very valuable to me. And as I'm getting older and, having more health issues and things, I just don't have that type of energy and drive to be dialing up, to sit in front of the camera. As I said to myself today, I said, well, you're really not vain. Because if you're vain, you'd be in front of this camera all the time. I don't. Because I don't like the dialing up. I guess my mentality is, if I'm dialing up, is to go somewhere. Not just to sit and read content. You know what I'm saying? For a video. I'd rather save my makeup. I'd rather save my makeup and my clothes for an event where I'm going somewhere, which I tell myself to get out of that, because there's no need in having nice clothes to only wear when you're going somewhere. You need to be wearing these clothes every day. So I've got to get out of that habit of having things nice, and I won't wear them unless I'm going somewhere. So like if I had to go run an errand right now, I don't put on my really nice sweater or nice top and good pants, because I don't like sitting in public, for one. You all know about my phobia about germs. I don't like sitting in public places in my good clothes, even though naturally when I go out for the weekend or whatever, or through the week, I wear those good clothes. I'm still in public, so it's like I'm contradicting myself, but I don't know. Certain public place, I don't know. I guess it's all the same. Public is public, but I don't know. I just don't want to put my good clothes on just to go run to the dollar store. I might put on just a long sleeve, jersey type shirt and leggings, the tennis shoes or whatever. I don't want to doll up. Now, my hair will be combed. I'll have makeup on, but I don't want to wear my good clothes, if that makes any sense. He says, I hate getting dressed up. Well, see, Scott, I'm opposite. I love dressing up. I love going out. That's quaint. I've been doing this since 99. I love putting on my clothes, the makeup, lashes, all that. When I go out, I go all out. But to run around, like today, I need to go to the dollar store to get a few things. I don't want to put on my good clothes and jingle jangle jewelry to go run to the damn dollar store. I mean, I'm not going to go in there looking crazy, but I'm not going to have on, my really nice clothes. I don't want to go in. I just don't like wearing my good clothes in public places like that. I should, as I said, I was getting ready to start changing, that I was going to start wearing my good stuff out because it's just sitting in a closet and it's like it's pointless to have nice clothes and I'm not wearing it. That's why last year, the sweaters I had bought for winter, I just started putting them on as of a few weeks ago when I started going out on Wednesday nights. So they sat in my closet a year without being touched until a few weeks ago. Because I've been looking at all my pictures and I've been counting all the sweaters and I'm like, okay, that's new, that's new, that's new, that's new. Okay, Queen. So then when I went in the closet the other day, trying to figure out what to put on, I was thinking, man, you didn't wear quite a few of these. You need some more clothes. But then, you remember I told you I downsized, got rid of a lot of stuff? There still ain't no room in there. So I go right now, buy something on sale. It's going to get packed in. And I just don't want the closet to get so packed. I want it to breathe, And really the sweaters, they need to come off the hangers because they get the little knots, up at the shoulders when you put your sweaters, on hangers. You're not supposed to hang your sweaters. You're supposed to fold sweaters. So that's something I need to work on before the new year. Take this sweaters-like stuff and fold them. But then I don't like that either because you start stacking them. They tell you don't stack them too high because they make a mess when you try to pull one out. What the hell am I talking about? Y'all got me talking about nail sweaters and folding stuff. Don't pay me no mind. What are you talking about? Funky booties laugh out loud. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Girl, that's a pet peeve of mine. If I come home, pull my clothes off, it don't matter what I had on, shorts, knickers, whatever. Not shorts, but like knickers, pants, dress. And I think to take a whiff of that item, it stinks. The tail stinks, girl. I'll be ready to go off. Like, my jeans, pants stink. And I know it ain't my tail because I done took a shower. And I know how to wipe myself, to the best of my ability. So I'm thinking, that ain't my bum smelling. That's from sitting in somebody's public seat. That's why I don't like I don't like being on the train, bus, doctor's offices, public places, because people are nasty and they don't bathe. They have head lice, cooties, all type of crazy shit. And you can be carrying that stuff right back to your house with you. So people think it's a joke when I mention things like this, but they don't obviously get it. You leave your house, you do not want to be bringing anything back that's a creepy crawly, that you now got to go get stuff to treat. So I don't want to be in Walmart trying to buy lice remover when I know I don't have no damn head lice. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you can pick up stuff just from sitting down in a public seat because those things crawl. So, it is what it is. But Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you all are well. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Have a wonderful, happy New Year. I'm under 1 hour now. I'm not going to hold you, but this is a 2-part live pertaining to Wendy Williams. Don't know the state of her care. Her eyes were bulging really bad, but I'm sure that's from the, Graves' disease. I noticed her nose was real puffy, but when you compared that picture of her in a wheelchair in the little scooter thing to her older picture, her nose is more slim, like she had a nose job. But in the scooter picture, her nose is fuller. This part here is thick. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Now, I've heard that when you get plastic surgery on your nose, that you have to sometimes get it tweaked. So I don't know how long ago that she had the nose job, but her nose looks elevated. You get my drift. So I don't know if that tweaking then untweaked itself and she needs a plastic surgeon to go back in there, or it's something with her disease or meds that made her nose look puffy. I don't know. I thought it was strange. The son, he seemed embarrassed with her cussing and ranting and raving. And as I said at the beginning of this live stream, I found it really weird. This one guy, he's standing out there asking her, Wendy, what's wrong? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, you just happen to be in the area to film this, to blog about it. What are the odds? Just saying. Read into that how you want. I just find that interesting. You got your name all over social media on this damn video so people can't claim it. So people know you own the rights to it. But I find it interesting. You just so happen to be in a place where a famous person is ranting and raving in a scooter in public. You get my drift. And I doubt this restaurant where Wendy dined, I doubt it's just some juke joint type restaurant. You understand what I'm saying? I doubt that they got dollar chicken wings and French fries. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know what was going on there. If he heard that she was in town or he heard where she was, I don't know. I just found it interesting. He just so happens to be standing out there ranting about her scooter. And I'm going to say this to these people and I'm going to check out of here. If you're not going to do right by the woman, I'd bow out. Because as you see with this nursing home business, 18 people got warrants. Some were found, some were not. So if you're not going to do right by Wendy Williams and offer her the best care, I would remove myself immediately. Because it's only a matter of time. Somebody's going to find out you're taking care of Wendy Williams. And it'll be a shame to find out you all are also finding a way to get something free, something for nothing. You're aiding her to drink. God forbid the other. Your ass gonna be locked up. And that's that. Oh, juke joint, girl. We still got a few juke joints around here. Yeah. But you understand what I'm saying. Well, they should go pick up your dog. But seriously, don't add fuel to the fire. You've seen what has happened to Wendy Williams. You see what's going on with her, all the trauma surrounding her name. I wouldn't put myself in a situation dealing with her. If I wasn't going to do right by her, give her adequate care. And that's why I said, I don't know who these people are that are taking care of her, driving her around, where she's staying, since, going to see her son graduate from college. This Miss Morrissey, who's the overseer, you're not here. You're not toting Wendy Williams around. You're not pushing her, shoving her, feeding her. You ain't doing shit. You're just over the money. So whoever you allowed it this opportunity to be caregivers for her, you better make sure you know what the fuck you're doing. Or your name gonna be in bright lights like them folks in Virginia. And eventually you're gonna go before the judge and the judge is gonna remove you as her overseer. Because if something happens to Wendy Williams, she gets hit by a car, she falls down, first thing they're gonna say is, well, you allowed her to get out of the facility. You allowed these people to take care of her, take her out in public. And now she's gotten hurt, harmed, scammed, whatever bad can happen to her. Now, she said she wanted to walk out that restaurant. That's good. That's a good sign that she wants to be mobile. And she needs to be mobile because that's how you get blood clots. Just sitting still. You're not getting no movement. There's nothing wrong with propping her feet up because they do swell. But she also needs to move too, because this is how you get, arthritis, and arthritis sets up in your joints because you're not mobile, you're not moving, you're not walking, you're not exercising. I think most people know this. And if you have weight on you, it's the same thing. You've got to stay mobile. You got to move around. You got to exercise. You got to do something. So she needs to walk. But see, what's crazy is even if she walked out the restaurant, her car should have been right there waiting on her because she's sickly or has, mobility issues. So I fault the people for that when you dropped Wendy Williams off, you should have made sure to park in front of the building restaurant. So when she comes out, you're already there waiting. That's your job, driver. So she had to have a driver and whoever these caregivers are. So she's got more than one person that's working with her, which I find all that interesting. So that's why I was wondering months ago, late summer when she was in New Jersey at the herbal store, I thought, oh, they let her out? That's interesting. How long was she out? Where's the facility? Now, fast forward. Graduation, she's out last week. Restaurant, fussing and cussing about a scooter. It just don't look good. And I get it. Anybody can make a mistake. Street could have been crowded. They didn't have anywhere to park. They couldn't get up front to park. Somebody had to call them to tell them, hey, come around. She's ready to come out. But then there's the issue of the scooter. She said they left it in the street. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out what type of SUV or truck did you have to load a scooter? Because those scooters they can be very heavy, depending on the style and the make of them. So that's bizarre. Hey, Gigi, how you doing? Merry Christmas. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. The scooter, who had the scooter? What was it doing in the street? Why didn't you get the scooter closer to her so she could get in the scooter? Or why didn't you just walk her to the door, to the restaurant, then pull the car up, and then you walk her out from the restaurant and then walk her to the SUV? Not use the scooter. That seems more like the right thing to do. Since they said she wanted to walk out of the restaurant, I would have pulled up, walked her to the door if she's able to walk. Then when she's ready to leave, we walked her out and walked her directly to the SUV. That's my commentary on Wendy. As for the nursing home, they deserve whatever they get, those people who work there. And I pray that they don't work anywhere else. What they're going to be doing now for work, I don't know. Get an online job, go to Costco, go to McDonald's. It is what it is. But they cannot work with other people. They cannot be in contact with each other, and they cannot go back on the property of that nursing home. I think the nursing home needs to be shut down. When they made a statement a week or so ago saying that they had everything secured with the patients and everybody was okay, they had it fully staffed, I thought, how could you have it fully staffed? Because I didn't even know that it was a total of 18 people arrested or had warrants for them. So when I heard that information, these people have been arrested, but we've got it taken care of. We've got it staffed. Yeah, which staff people you have? Who hired that many people in a short amount of time? You know how long it takes to hire people, get paperwork done, background checks? Sometimes it takes a week or two or longer to get a job. You got to go through training, all of that. I found that statement fraudulent. As soon as it made news, we got it staffed, we got everything okay. How? People, you had it fully staffed in a couple of days. The fact they said someone was still working, so they didn't, clarify working where? Working there still or working at another facility owned by this company? Bullshit. Thank you for following this network. Thank you for the donation, sweetheart. God bless you. I love all of you. Thank you for helping me chase this dream, this bag here on YouTube. Follow me on the Newsbreak app. I'll be back with more stimulating content. I'll probably go live later. We'll just chop it up and talk about the holidays. We'll talk about what you like about the holidays, what you didn't like about Christmas. What are your plans for New Year's? Remodeling the house, moving, new job, school. What are you going to change about yourself? I think that'd be a good live. What do you plan to change about you? What can you do to be better? I know what I need to work on. I already know what I need to work on. A few things. My temperament, most definitely. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Love you. I get a little heated sometimes. Got to work on that. Being judgmental. I am judgmental. I own mine. Don't never think a queen don't own her shit. Okay? I own my shit. But like they say, I ain't got to talk about it every day. So I'm trying to be more objective. But then now that I've become objective, people look at me and be like, oh, why you saying that? Why you thinking like that? You know they did that. And then I say, nah, don't do that. Because you can't tell me not to work on myself, be less judgmental. And then when I'm trying to be open-minded, you're basically saying I'm green. See, that's why I keep trying to tell you, nobody likes to call their own shit out. Of course, because it's easy to just point the finger and be like, you seeing it the wrong way, da 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 da. And then when I try to be more open-minded, it's still a complaint. Can't be both. Choose a box. Thank you all. Gigi, you okay? You got the house and everything settled up? You got everything straightened out? What a new year, Gigi. Happy New Year, Sky. Trying to learn to word it better. Yes, I've got to do that too. And I've got to start using proper English. They complain about that. I've been listening to some of my live streams. I'm like, Queen, you are using present tense when you're not supposed to, past tense when you're not supposed to. This is because if you're not in a setting where you're talking and using your correct English, you will become lax in your conversation and your dialect and everything, as someone said the other day. Now, they live in the South and they're sitting here talking about my accent. Sir, you live in a southern state and you come from a bottom southern state. So don't mess with Queen about her accent. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I'm a southerner. Hey, I own it. I'm a girl from the south side of Chicago with a southern accent. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you all so much for the love. I appreciate it. Prayers for Wendy Williams. Hey, she got her own journey. If this is God's karma for how she acted on TV, out to your opinion if you believe that. But as far as those people in Virginia, those are elderly people. And I don't know what type of life they had. One could question that too. What type of life did these people have to end up in a nursing home and not get adequate care? That'd be cruel to say that, wouldn't it? I don't think people really think about things in a analytical standpoint. When we see horrible things happening to people, do you sometimes wonder what type of life did they lead? How did they treat their children? Were they nice to their children? Were they nice to their family? Do they speak to their family and friends? You have to think about that. Because I'm going to say this and I'm going to check out of here. People who are related to me, who are no longer alive, they were not their best self when they were living. They chose and picked who they wanted to deal with. Come see, come saw. And I know in the end, they suffered greatly. So that's food for thought. You don't know how you're going to end up. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. That you hee-hawing around, living your alleged best life, doing whatever the hell you were doing, using, manipulating people, mistreating people, favoring one child over another one, doing all type of crazy shit while you were breathing and having a good time. And you don't think about, as I said, worst case situation of when you become sick, ill, downtrodden, no money, no help, no friends, no family, no job. Gotta think about that. Because the old saying, what goes around comes around. And that's true. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $BeGanG129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the donations. Thank you so much. The stickers, the chats during the lives. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. It do come around. May not come today, may not come tomorrow. You seen that. You see that with true crime. People do nasty things. They may not be found out for 30 years, 40 years, but karma comes back. And sometimes they're found out, never found out. But in the end, if you're never found out on earth, you still got to stand account to the big man up there. And his judgment may not be what you planned, hoped for. Just saying. Thank you. See you all later. I'll be back later. We'll chop it up and talk. Then we'll try to get Mary up here. Let Mary talk to us and tell us how her holiday went down in Georgia. She had a lot of family come in from Tennessee. And she was whooped this morning. She was tired. I know she was tired from cooking and standing on her feet and stuff. So we'll try to get Mary to come up here and tell us how her family Christmas went. I was laughing when she was talking about eating. I said, y'all gonna eat early? She said, oh, we're gonna eat lunch. And I thought, yeah, black folks, we eat late. You're damn near starved fooling with black folks trying to eat on Thanksgiving, Christmas. If you hungry, you better keep a Snicker bar, a Hershey bar in your sap pack or your purse. Because black folk know they take their time trying to get ready. Thanksgiving, somebody say, we going to eat at 4. We're going to eat at 4:30. Well, you better wait 5 o'clock. You damn near gnawing on your paw. Because somebody waiting on Shamiqua, Auntie Lily to get out her hover around her scooter. You know what I mean? Somebody got something they forgot in the oven. Somebody burnt something. They got you be like, Lord, I'm getting ready to go to McDonald's and get me a sandwich. In Mary's country, Mary calls a sandwich. When she talks, I think about my grandmother. You want a sandwich, ain't you? Yeah, I'll have a sandwich. I don't care what nobody say. It took me years to appreciate living in the South. It took me years to appreciate living here in Tennessee. And I can tell you right now, as much as I love Chicago, I wouldn't have it any other way. The South is home, baby. And the South has finally got her just due. She's gotten her recognition for not being just some old stale place and cows and billy goats. We have a lot going on. And a lot of people have moved to the South because they realize life is better here in the southern states. And it is better. And a lot of people have thrived and done better. Now, everybody that's moved to the South has not done better, but you understand, some people needed the South to regroup, to get the finances in order, to have a better life, quieter life. Tennessee's been good to Queen. I've had some ups and downs here, but she's been good to me. So she's my home. Yes, in the warmer weather, exactly. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys later. Stay warm. Help somebody out if you can. Declutter your house. This is the season to get rid of all your old stuff, furniture, cabinet stuff, clothes, shoes, summer wear, spring. Throw that shit out. Get you some new stuff. Throw that stuff out. You don't need all that stuff. Less is more. Less stuff to clean, less stuff to go through. Get rid of that stuff. You don't need it. Donate it if it's good. Donate it, sell it, put it on Facebook, whatever. Marketplace, Craigslist, whatever. You don't need all this stuff. I'm telling you. That's all I've been watching on these videos. People decluttering their house. I just sit there and watch people go from room to room, room for room. And I'm just looking like, oh my God. Damn. Damn, you got a lot of stuff. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for listening. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays, everybody. Be safe. Mind the children. See something, say something. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. You've been listening to the Father Excel. Thank you. Love you. Bye.